Is Oklahoma completely done after losing today? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. They might be. I think losing to Baylor doesn't help. And the fact that that's a moment where the committee is probably like, yes, people think we're smart now because we put an undefeated Oklahoma team at number 8. Oh, and look, they lost to Baylor. We have been proven correct. Everybody bow before your college football playoff committee. So the committee's probably like, yeah, look at us. We're smart. Listen to us, guys. Oklahoma's not that good. Look, they lost. But you know what? If Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State, different story. Sooners might have a shot. We'll have to see. But I don't think the Sooners honestly have a shot. Even if they win out the rest of the season and win the Big 12, I don't think they put together enough impressive wins to get into the top 4. Now that the fact that they've lost sort of helps that case further. 2 teams I cheer for in the national championship? Yeah. It was proven wrong. 170 yards in 2020 is not close to 190 and 4 touchdowns are touchdowns. If there was college football fantasy and you had Garrett Wilson on your fantasy team, he probably would have gotten you like 50 points. If it was PPR, maybe 60. Oklahoma honestly does this every year. They completely shit in the bed. They play equally talented opponents. Yeah. And then you see what Oklahoma does in the college football playoff. Oklahoma's never, ever won a game in the college football playoff. Not a single one. I want to see the records. Let me go to college football playoff. I want to see the history of the college football playoff because I'm not sure. I think Oklahoma and Notre Dame are the only teams to make the college football playoff multiple times but never win a game. I'm checking that right now. Let me see. Yep. So Oklahoma has made the college football playoff 4 times. They've never won a game in the college football playoff. Notre Dame's made it twice, never won a game. They're the only 2 teams to make the college football playoff multiple times to never win a game. The only other teams that have never won a game in the playoff that have made it are Florida State, Michigan State, and Washington, but they've only played once, and they've only made it once. So Ohio State has the 3rd best playoff record at 3-3, followed by Clemson at 6-4, Alabama at 8-3. So rate the 3 receivers on the roster right now. Garrett, Njigba, Olave. I'd say Garrett, Olave, Njigba as of how they're playing right now. I think Olave had a decent game. He only had 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns away from breaking David Boston's record. By the way, he's getting there. But I think any ranking for the wide receivers, I think is okay. All 3 of them are fantastic. Happens every time. Now we've got 100,000% big facts. It's not a percentage, buddy. Penn State was top 10 team in Death Valley where it's always a close game and he was the best wideout. Yeah, I mean, he played a great game against Penn State last year, but yeah, again, I'll stand by my point. I think today Garrett Wilson had the best game of his career. So, but man, it is crazy. I mean, Oklahoma never won a playoff game. Who did they play? 2015 Orange Bowl. They lost to Clemson by 20. 2017 Rose Bowl, they lost to Georgia 54. Oh yeah, that was the double overtime game. Maybe my favorite college football game ever. That was a great game. Orange Bowl in 2018, Kyler Murray was the QB. They lost to Bama 45-34, garbage time points. And then they played in the Peach Bowl against LSU, and Joe Burrow threw 7 touchdowns, and the Tigers scored 63 points. So, my God. What are the conference records? Yeah, Big Ten is 3-4 in the playoff. Wow. ACC 6-6. SEC 11-4. Yeah. Go figure. Go figure. Yeah, I pulled up the stats. I told you the stats for the Penn State game last year. Garrett Wilson against Penn State in 2020. 111 receiving yards for 11 catches. 62 rushing yards. He had more rushing yards today, and he actually had a touchdown. He didn't have any touchdowns in that game. I don't know why, but Olave seemed underwhelming to me this year. Yeah, he hasn't put up like the crazy numbers you expect out of him. He's still getting the job done. I think Wilson and Smith and Jigba, I think you could perceive as being overachievers because they weren't the guys that were expected to be like the big wide outs. You were thinking of Chris Olave more so. And Olave's played fine. I think he's had a good season. Clemson, Georgia, Bama, LSU. Yeah. They lost to all the big boys. I think the Pitt QB will be the first QB drafted off the board. Brings up a good conversation. 2022 mock draft board. Oh, big stuff. Something's happening in April. Let's talk about it in November. Love it. Let's see. What do we have here? CBS Sports 2022 NFL mock draft. Let's see. The first QB CBS has in their mock draft taken is Matt Corral from Ole Miss. Yeah, it's probably between Corral. Then you've got this Malik Willis from Liberty. Garrett Wilson's a first-round draft pick, by the way. So, and Chris Olave. OSU will have 2 wide receivers taken in the first round for sure. Who's the Pitt quarterback? I forgot his name. Pittsburgh Panthers QB. Want to make sure I get this right. I keep forgetting that Pat Narduzzi is the head coach of Pitt. That is so strange. 2021. I can't see the chat right now, so someone typed it. I'm sorry. Just trying to find it. Yeah, Kenny Pickett. That's right. Yeah, Kenny Pickett. Yeah, Kenny Pickett's a good player. I'd love to see him make the NFL. That'd be cool. Wow, Olave over Jackson. Doesn't do anything after the catch and doesn't get consistent separation. Yeah, talk about today Olave versus Jackson because you said yeah. My bad on that one. Let me see. Yeah, I mean today Smith and Jigba had a better game. I want to say from a stats perspective. Let's see. And Jigba had 139 yards and a touchdown. To be fair, following up with a game like that after 200 yards last week, that's pretty good. Olave had 9 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, I think they're serving different purposes, though. I think Ryan Day and the offense have maybe figured out Olave doesn't need to be the deep threat always. We have Wilson. Smith and Jigba's turned into a great deep threat. So, same amount of catches. It's tight. Olave did drop a wide open pass for sure. Today, I think Olave was the 3rd best receiver out of those guys. He had the 3rd best game. Yeah. I think Olave has a good impact because defenses know how good he is and his experience. So it potentially sets up for more coverage on him. And then you open up Smith and Jigba. But now, the way Smith and Jigba's played the last 2 weeks with like nearly 400 receiving yards, you could definitely make an argument that Smith and Jigba is the 2nd most dangerous receiver on the team. For sure. All right, good talking to you, Treasure. Catch you on the next live. Stay cool. All right. Yeah, I definitely should be here for the Michigan State game next week. The Michigan game, I honestly don't know now because I have to move into an apartment. So, rather have JSN beat you over Olave? Yeah, that's true. I get that. I understand that. Yeah, I'll probably talk here for about another 5 to 10 minutes. So, keep those questions going. Got the most out of 3. Yeah, Olave tends to have the most drops. That is true. That is a good point. But Olave's still a great receiver. But yeah, Wilson and Smith and Jigba have probably been the 2 best guys this year. Both have been electric to watch. Great wide receivers. I would love to see Smith and Jigba become first-round draft pick.